You know what this movie reminds me of? It's this generation's Sky High. Granted, I like Sky High a lot more, but I grew up with it. I have nostalgia for it. I feel like that could be what Sky High was for me. I love that movie. What is up, Disney Plus fans? Welcome back to the channel. This is Secret Society of Second-Born Royals. Austin, what is that? It's a new superhero movie, a Disney Plus original. It drops Friday. This is a non-spoiler review. Today, we're going to talk about it. I need your comments down below. Are you excited for it? And if you like these streaming reviews, be sure to drop a thumbs up for the superhero goodness. So, a rebellious princess is stunned to learn that she has superpowers and belongs to a secret society with the long-standing tradition of covertly keeping the peace throughout the kingdom. So let's start here. This movie is silly. It's extremely silly at times. It's not necessarily a bad thing. It does somewhat know who its audience is, and I have to respect and appreciate that. It has this sense to it that kind of reminds you of a Disney Channel original movie, or I guess more of a TV movie in general than what we see in the blockbuster world, but it's not really meant to be a blockbuster. It's meant to be kind of a family film, a coming-of-age story for superheroes with this royal spin to it. And what we have here are a bunch of second-born royals who discover that they have superpowers, and they're kind of tasked to not only save a bunch of different people from a bunch of different situations, and you'll get into that with the film, but save the world. And it's this interesting concept with a bit of lore to it. We have Skylar Astin's character. I love Skylar Astin. I continue to wonder, why is this guy not in more things? Well, he pops up here, and he's the man in charge of teaching these individuals about their powers, trying to come to terms with what they can do, and it's fun. It has this sense of childlike wonder to it, especially when they start to learn what they've been capable of this entire time and getting in the mindset of being a superhero. And it's all of the things that we're kind of used to. Think of something like X-Men First Class, except take that concept and make it even more geared towards children. And that's essentially what this movie is. It's a movie for preteens that are going to grow up loving this, I believe, franchise starter, because they definitely set up for more things in the future. And there's even this idea of, oh, there are different classes. There have been individuals before who have went through similar training. So that's interesting. We don't only have to stick with this class. We can bring in new superheroes with every movie. So it's definitely a franchise starter. But again, it has that TV feel to it, and it's also just kind of so silly at times. The special effects aren't good at all. And being in movie criticism, it's tough to grade this extremely sternly because it knows what its audience is, and it understands that it's a movie kind of built for families who are allowing their young kids to watch this, young kids and preteens in general, and that's okay. Now, there is tiny bit of violence, some things that happen in here that I think are going to appeal to teenagers. So that is really kind of the range what we're looking at. But if you're an adult and you're going to be the only one in your house sitting back and watching this movie, I don't know if you're going to like it very much because it does appeal to a very specific audience, but it is a superhero movie for the younger generation, and it does feature some interesting power sets. One guy who is like Ant-Man, but he can control all different kinds of insects, so that's kind of a fun power. You have a girl who can turn invisible, and it's fun seeing each one of them learn how to use them. But again, you think of X-Men First Class, that entire training montage, that's the majority of this film. And then, of course, you have the big grand epic battle with the villain who, you know, just wasn't really set up all that well. There are a lot of things about this movie I'm just like, yeah, you could have focused a bit more. It's a sloppy film, okay? But if you're looking to have a bit of fun, and if you're watching one with your family this weekend, I don't think it's going to bother you all that much. It didn't really bother me, even though I can't necessarily say this is all that good of a movie. Thought Niles Fitch was really good, lots of promise there. Peyton Elizabeth Lee, Isabella Blake Thomas, so a fairly strong, young, fun cast that didn't deliver the strongest performances I've seen all year, but overall, this is a movie that is, I believe, exactly what a lot of people are going to expect. I'm going to go ahead and get my score out of the way. It's a 5 out of 10 for Secret Society of Second-Born Royals. But again, I made that Sky High comparison at the beginning. I grew up with Sky High. You watch it now, it's a little cheesy. I do think it's a better movie than this one, but I see this film appealing to kids the way that Sky High appealed to me at the time. So that's definitely something. And Disney Plus, we're waiting on The Mandalorian, and we're waiting on WandaVision, but this could suffice some people right now. Appreciate you guys so much for watching. Stay tuned. I'll see you later.